Hi guys, it's Amy. So how your right foot moves in the downswing actually affects your hip movement, and how your hip moves affects your swing plane. So today I'm going to talk about the right foot and your hip movement in the downswing. So let me just start off by explaining the hip and the foot movement. So a lot of you guys actually do spin your hips and your right heel comes off the ground this way and turns. So this is very common. If you do this, what happens is your weight does not transfer over to the left, so you're not gonna gain that power with the weight transfer. And also, if you look at it from the side, if you lift your right heel and the hip spins, you're gonna go over the top and you're gonna put side spin on it. Whereas if you do the right movement and your hip pushes through and the right foot is going to roll through correctly like that, then your weight transfer is going to be nice. Plus, if you look at it from the side, if you push your hips and the right foot rolls nicely, your club is going to drop into that slot and you're going to be on plane, so you don't have to worry about looping your arms to get your hands into a certain position, because it'd be very hard to control with your arms. Okay, so if you understand that, a lot of you guys actually often ask that you were taught to spin the hips to create power. So why am I telling you not to spin it, but to push it, right? So if you look at the tour pros, they actually look like they're spinning their hips a lot. But if you look at it closer, slow motion, what happens is they actually complete their shift. They're loaded in the left side, in the crack muscles, the left thigh and the left glute. They're posted and then they go into the golf ball and then they turn through. So it kind of looks like this, right? So they shift and then they turn through. But a lot of you guys try, it's hard to see that posting movement because it's so subtle. So a lot of you guys try and copy the pros, and instead of putting the weight in the correct muscles like the thigh and the glute, you actually end up putting the pressure in your left knee, your calf, and your toes, and you end up looking like this just because you didn't put pressure in the thigh and the glute. So in order to get that shifting movement going on, I'm going to show you a simple drill you can do without hitting the golf ball. You can do this at home. You're going to go ahead and set up with your right hand only, and you're going to straighten your palm like this, and it's going to mimic the club face. And you're going to use your left hand to pull your right elbow inwards to the left this way. And you're going to take it back, and you're pulling the elbow slightly in so it's pointing at the ground. That way, you've heard of the term, the tip saying you're supposed to look like you're holding a plate, right? So if your elbow was flying like this, like chicken wing, then you would drop the plate. So you want to pull the elbow slightly in so you can hold the plate this way. From here, we're gonna do 3 movements. You're gonna pretend that there's a stick coming out of your right elbow and ending up in your right hip bone, right here, and you're going to push your stick here left. So it's a push, and then from here, you know that post-impact position where your club face points at that 10 o'clock position. So you're gonna push, you're going to extend, point at the 10 o'clock, and from here, you're gonna use your back and your shoulder blade, and you gotta push to end up in that finish position. So let's go again. So you're gonna push, you're gonna extend, and you're gonna push your back into finish. So notice from here, I didn't flip my hands, I didn't turn my hips, my lower body didn't move, my arms straightened, and then instead of turning my hips, it was my upper body, the back part of your right side, pushing to finish, right? It's a completely different look. This versus that. Take it back and make sure the elbow is in front of your body more and look like you're holding a plate. If you have a chicken wing going on, what happens is your arm's gonna get stuck and you won't be able to push through, so you'll have to cast. Or from this position, if your hips turn, what happens is your elbow's still gonna get stuck and it won't be able to push through and you'll have to cast. So you want to pull that elbow in front of you, so when you push your hips, it'll be in front of your body so it can extend that way, right? So let's do the 3 steps. You're gonna push, you're going to extend to the post impact, you're gonna use your back and shoulder blade to push. So once you get used to the motion, let's go ahead and do it with a golf club in your hand. So we're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna take it back, You're gonna make sure your elbow isn't flying up like this. It's tucked in, so it feels like you're still holding a plate. And you're going to push that stick, push, extend without your hips moving, and then your back is gonna push through. So in one motion goes this way. If you look at it from the side, make sure you feel like you're really tucking the elbow in so it doesn't fly, and you're going to push, extend your arm and your back push in one motion. You see how nice and online that looks? So figure out what your right foot and hips look like in the downswing. If you are lifting and turning this way, try and really drill that practice swing into your body. And that way you can really transfer your weight so you can gain more power and straighten up your swing plane so you can hit it nice and straight. I hope you're able to follow along, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson.